Look at that. This is just a brief preview of what's coming next year. A new and exciting area with great test results. This is just half a bucket of material reduced down to the fines, and that's straight out of the red clay. Great results. Beautiful little pieces of clean gold. So I hope you can join me for that. Now before we get into this year's adventures, I just want to do a quick thank you gesture to my loyal patrons for their generosity and their support, because as they say, what goes around comes around. Rather than just say thank you to my past and present patrons for their generous support, I thought I'd put all their names in this bowl and see who receives this nice nugget. This was the first nugget from the new patch I found this year. Really exciting area. I'll be working it next year. A little bit different actually. Still all about gold, but not so much detecting. A bit more digging, a bit more panning. Got some good results showing up. So let's put this on the scales and see how big it is. I thought I'd pick this one because it was the very first nugget off that new site. It is a nice 3 grammer. It'll still need a little bit more cleaning up, which I'll get onto over the next week. And now let's see who it's going to. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? These are all past and present patrons. I'll only do this for this one giveaway. From now on it will just be patrons only, current patrons. Okay, let's see who gets this nugget. There we go. Congratulations, Wayne Tinnen. Thanks, mate. Thanks for your support. Thanks for all of your support. This one's coming your way. I realise I don't have many patrons at the moment, and I knew I'd lose a few being in the bush for such extended periods of time. There's no internet or phone out there, but that's what you got to do. So hopefully it was worth the wait for you guys. So let's see what I got up to this year, how it panned out, what was new. I hope you enjoy. Well, here we are again. Welcome to my 2019 gold hunt. This is the area I'm going to start at. It's just flat, bit of quartz on top, a little bit of ironstone here. It's got potential, as promised. Got the new 17 by 13 nugget finder. It's the evolution range. Changed over from the advantage to this, and I'll be focusing on deeper targets. I've also got an external speaker that may help people hear better at home. I do get a lot of complaints about the noise from the detector, so I've got both, and I'll turn the speaker on when I get a signal. I'm a little bit late with the camera. That was just a little specie I just got then. It doesn't look as though there's much gold in it, but it shows me there's gold in the ground here. Right, well, I've christened the coil. It's day 3. Getting used to it. It pinpointed really nicely. It's a wild old morning. Nice big storm come through last night. So the machine is making quite a few whoops and noises. That sounds pretty smooth, doesn't it? There's that speaker cutting in and out. That's what I don't like about them. I don't know what it is with the speaker compared to the headphones, but the headphones never do it. How's it doing? Oh, well, I'll just dig in peace. Let's just Just flat out here like I showed you yesterday. Very flat. Hard to pick where to head. So if you can find a bit of gold in amongst it all, just gotta hope you're in the middle of a patch. Now gotta get this speaker working again. This is your target, and I've seen something sparkling. Oh, see right on that end there? Oh yeah, look at that. Alright, so there you go. Bit of gold on the end of that. Very happy. Get the GPS out, mark this spot. There we go. That might clean up nicely, that piece. It's probably about 18-20 degrees. It's perfect for detecting. You can probably hear this. Sounds pretty smooth. Breaking the new coil in. Now the reason I'm here is because I'm looking for just deep targets. Just running this new coil in and getting a feel for it. I noticed yesterday, big dry pan and heap. So that's that old dry pan and heap. And that tells me, by the size of that someone spent a lot of time here taking all the surface gravels off through this area. That fine black rock there, very small stone, that stuff, that's pisolite. Always a good sign. But that's what I'm interested in. That's a good size one, that. See if that scooped it out. Just so you can have a listen at home, it's still in there. You can see the ground's fully wet, and we've got more weather coming by the looks of it. It'd be nice if it was still in there. Here we go. It's in this side of the pile. That's what I can feel, that right there. Now it just looks red like dirt, but I can feel it. That's our target, and gold it is. Look at that. Beautiful. First target for the day, and I only just turned the detector on, so that's good. That should have been the first nugget from yesterday. Would have been better to have broken the coil in on something like that, but number 2, so be it. Nice cool change coming through. Gold in the ground. Just fascinating. Let's just hope the bloke at the front knows which way to go. I think I'm unplugging the speaker and I'm leaving it in the truck because that's not the first dramas I've had with it this trip. So I've got the headphones on so I can hear again. That was a nice little piece just there. That was number 4. Number 3 was just under that bush. The first 2 were just behind this tree here. I'll put this right next to the headphone. I'll grab that out. What is that? Might be some limestone here, unless there's some dirt on it as well. See a little bit of gold there at the end. Another little specimen, I'd say. Anyway, shallow, easy to hear, unless you're using a speaker. I'm going to have a look around here, and I mean, look at it, it's just dirt. But what I found, just up here, not too far, was some ironstone outcropping, and a little bit more over there. And sometimes that's all you need. Now it's time to work the area for a few days, work out where all your pieces are and try and form that pattern and try and work your way back, because wouldn't it be nice to find a nice little gold source. Bit of a patch forming now as you start working your targets out, seeing where they are. Bringing that target noise out now. Bit of a noise there. So now your area is those first 2 just there under the tree. Another one just up there in that bush behind the tree. And then of course that one just then. And that one just before. Only a little noise, probably all only small gold. Maybe if it's travelled downhill here, could be some deeper stuff in there. That's probably the way it's travelled. Alright, let's have a look at this piece. Still on the ground, eh? It will be interesting to see the size of this piece, because it was faint signal, but it just needs to be concentrating. I'm listening. Time to get the hands dirty. Tree root there. Now I'm thinking it's probably already out now and just here in the front of the pile. There it is, shining away there. Oh, and it's not big at all. Look at the depth. Yeah, see, that's working well. It's just a little flat piece of gold. Down a solid 3 inches. New coil's working like a beauty. Only little, but they do start to add up. And that's not bad now. We've only been here about an hour in this area. Only just worked a quarter of a tennis court, and I haven't really done around this tree properly yet because there's branches hanging down and that I've got to tidy up. So a couple of pieces just over there, which is these 2 bits. Nice and shallow. Another little noise here. So let's have a listen to this little one here. I've got a fly net on. This net that I'm wearing, not for mosquitoes, it's for these hundreds of little flies everywhere. Little bush flies. They're not ones that hang around your garbage bins or anything, they just live in the trees. They're not interested in anything but a bit of sweat, I think, or extra warmth. Maybe they're just looking for company. It's got to be just about right there. Tricky. It's a slightly bigger coil and I'm not quite getting it in where I want to. Oh, good, I turned the camera on for the littlest piece. There it is, I can feel it. Oh, I did. But that's probably not so bad. It is only the littlest bit so far. Still another bit of gold. But it's showing me that the coil's grabbing little nuggets and the bigger stuff. I bought this coil, of course, for the deeper targets. But you're not going to pass up the shallow ones along the way. I just haven't hit anything deep yet. Not what I call deep anyway. So I'll keep looking. There's gold here in the ground. That's all you can ask for. This could have only just had dust over the top of it. I'll get down there and have a bit of a blow. Can really see that now. Oh, the flies. Nope, there it goes. A little bit of gold, almost on the surface. Almost a sunbaker. It's a trapdoor spider nest. I've actually watched one go in and out before. I ain't doing it with my finger. Look at that. When that's closed, you can hardly pick it. I'll leave it open. I'm just glad it didn't come out. Well, that's effectively the end of week 1. And that's what I got today, those bits there. That piece there, with almost bubbles in it. That piece there, that was about 15 foot up just after I mentioned those tyre tracks, how someone had driven straight through that patch, and how you're better off being on foot. Yeah, it's a 0.8, so that was a nice little one. Must have been about 1.5. And there's a solid one. That's a nice nugget. Yeah, took it up. And just those little bits. 7.5. 7.5 for this morning, and this is what I've been grabbing the rest of the week. You know, little species. A couple of species there. Another specimen. Wants to roll off. That was probably the best nugget I've got. It's about 2.5 grams, I think, so that should take it to what, 16.1. So yeah, just over 2.5. Well, that's going to overload at 20. That will probably do it. But that wasn't a bad piece either. So that's about 19. If I could get that little piece out that's in this bag, that's the piece I could not find with the detector. I spent probably 10 minutes trying to get it out of the pile, and in the end just grabbed the whole handful. 19.8. And those bits. I just got another one, that bigger one there on the left. Not a bad nug, down a little bit deeper again. I think it was just over there. Just down there on the ground. And now, I've got my favourite noise. I'll give you a listen in a minute and you'll be able to tell yourself what I'm hearing. This one will be definitely deeper. That's what gives off the low high, a deeper target. I'll give you a listen to the normal ground. Hear that drawing then?